Hello viewers, here is a Honeywell air filter. This is a model 50100. I do believe this is an older machine because the model is discontinued, but I don't think it's more than 15 years old or so. Honeywell has been using this general styling on these machines for quite some time and still does to this day. This one I got at the Habitat, and I got it in the moment primarily because I found the controls very interesting. And I thought it was very unique that it has this filter change thing on there. That's kind of clever. But as I was thinking about it more, this is one of those things that I actually could make good use out of. This one is a little bit smaller than the one that I use in the bedroom. If it is also quieter, this would do very well in the bedroom, and then I could use the one that's in the bedroom in the computer room because the noise is not an issue if I run it overnight. I don't sleep in her. So anyways, I think this was $10, which is a lot less than what they are new. I believe this would have retailed for about $100 in its day, and inflate that to whatever it is now. It's pretty dirty. Cord in particular is very dirty, which is, I don't quite understand why it's that way. The plug is polarized but non-fused, so it's got to be, I would say it's probably from the early 2000s. Let's take a look at the filter. The dog is having an outburst. This looks like the same nut that they still use on the filters today. Some bugs in there. I hate bugs so much. Here's the filter. The pre-filter is moderately dirty. And let's see what the HEPA filter looks like. Yeah, that's probably getting ready to be changed. It's looking kind of dark in between the folds. That's what it should look like. It should be kind of white. A lot of times I will reuse these filters for many years. What I do is I take them outside and I blow them out with compressed air. This one, because I don't know where it came from or how disgusting the environment it was used in, etc., etc., I'm going to replace this one. I'm not going to reuse this. It looks like it's probably towards the end of its useful life anyways. I'll patch that back up just for the video. There's the motor and the fan. The motor, it says year 02, perhaps that's 2002, that would seem likely to me. I don't see a date. I mean, I don't see a brand on the motor anywhere. Perhaps I will be able to see one when we take it apart. So I'll put this back on here because you can't really run these kind of fans. You can't run without the filter in place because the blade is meant to have resistance on it, and if there's no resistance on the motor, you know, from the blade having to draw the air through something, it will just labor the motor and never get up to speed, so that wouldn't give us a good test to see whether or not the thing is working properly. So I'll put this back together and I'll plug it up and let's see if it works. Now this one, I think that's an indicator light on the top that it's on. I don't know why these things need indicator lights because they're quite loud. But at least this is much better than the obnoxious blue one that's on the machine I use upstairs. Start with low. It looks like the indicator is on, and I can see the fan is spinning in there, but it's not really moving any air to speak of. See if this will focus on the blade or not. Switch it off. Bearings are probably stiff. There's the blade. See, it is running. And it's not moving any air. Like none at all. Alright, well let's go up to medium. I suspect the bearings are just locked. There we go. Now it's doing something. I don't think this is running anywhere near its full speed, but that's certainly much quieter than the one I currently have upstairs. It's moving a decent amount of air too. That's pretty loud. I still don't think it's anywhere near as loud as the other one. And it's really moving a lot of air. I mean, it's a little bit deceptive because this feels like a very strong output, but the canal is like that wide, so the actual volume that's being moved is probably not very much. There we go, now low is working. It does shake a little bit. Perhaps some balancing will be done to the blade. Yeah, it's a nice quiet low. Alright, so that seems to work. So, in the next video, which I'm actually going to record now, although I don't know when I'm going to release it, but in the next video, we're going to strip this thing apart completely, give it a thorough cleaning, and I'll get a new filter, and I will put this into service.